that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful for DeAndre Jordan.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Hey, Kevin. Well, another Kevin Durant, is just as dedicated to his craft as you are at yours, but it's off the court where he says he's been on a search. Pushing my limits, the flow of life, the people I meet, the environment I want to live in. All that stuff fulfills me more than anything. Kevin, the game of basketball opens so many doors for him to search.
It does indeed. Thanks, David. Greg, in terms of personnel, not exactly the matchups we were expecting to see tonight.
You know, Kev, with all the injuries and some guys now having to step into unfamiliar roles, in some ways that makes tonight all the more intriguing to see which guys are going to step up and deliver.
Here's the starting group for Houston. They've got P.J. Tucker all out there with Oladipo, and it's Tate in at the power forward. And looking at the Nets, they've got Harris. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden, and it's Irving in at the 2 guard. And so off the tip, it's Brooklyn. Harden with it. Pass to KD. Here's Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, you've got great confidence as a coaching staff when the ball's in Durant's hands. And you can see why. He knows how to make good decisions out there just like that.
Now, here's Oladipo. Kicks to Tucker. Puts up a 3. And Irving pulls it down. And it's Irving with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. Durant, the pass to Irving. And here's Harden. And that one drops.
Irving showing you he's a frame ahead of his opponent with that nice imagination on offense.
Oladipo outside. Lets it fly. A shot missing. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Here's Irving. Banked in off the glass.
Flashing those crazy handles. I mean, major rush hour handles. So fun watching Irving handle the ball the way he does.
Here is House. The pass to Oladipo. Offline with his 3. For Brooklyn, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Oladipo.
And you got to know Harden's looking to get to the line. I mean, one of the best in the game at going right into the defender and drawing fouls.
And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back 3, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot. And paired with his dribble drive, a 2-move torture chamber.
The first free throw is good. And thanks to that step back, Harden already the all-time leader in unassisted 3-point shots.
And not to mention 4-point plays. And up until recently, teams built elaborate offenses to create their 3-point looks. Harden the first to do it one-on-one with volume and efficiency.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Wall dishes to House. That one's off. Still out of sync.
You know, that's a quick 0 for 4 now. At what point do you call a timeout and reset?
Jordan. And there's Jordan putting it right back in. Jordan's got his second basket of the night.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And Houston calls their first timeout of the game. Coming off that loss against the Nets.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Yeah, and that's really inexcusable. I mean, there's just no way that you can justify that. When you don't put the work in on defense, you're going to end up on the losing end.
Just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. House the pass to Tate. To the inside. Tucker. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Took a little time, but they get one to go. Maybe they're warmed up now.
And here's Harden. Playing Houston, he was nearly unstoppable. And it's Irving missing. It's an 8-point differential. House kicks the wall. There's the three. No good that time. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Well, you know, the cohesiveness was evident out there. These guys feel like they can win in any arena, and they proved it that game.
Here's Oladipo following the basket by DeAndre Jordan. Now here's Tucker, guarded by Harden. 5 to shoot. Harris against Wall. A rebound by the Nets. KD finds Irving. Lets it go. They get it back, and there's Jordan.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Oladipo against Irving. Oladipo misses.
You know, you don't always get that opportunity, so those are the ones you hate to miss.
Rebound by House.
Well, he has not been sharp this period. Seems to be a little flustered out there, too.
Wall's shot is off, and here are the Nets. They're on a 14-2 run here, and the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
Free throw drops for Harden. Now for the teams that are clearly rebuilding, should they simply play the young guns, Greg, no matter what, or they make them earn their minutes?
Kev, you know, I don't know that there's a right answer to that. I think it's really about the personnel and the personalities of the guys on that roster. And really, the front office should play a big role in that as well. But it's a hard call. You got to believe enough in those young guys to say, hey, that's our future. We're going in that direction. But you still got to also take care of your veteran guys who are kind of setting the table for your future.
Here is Harden following the score by Houston. Jordan dishes to Harden. And the Nets miss again. Rockets trail by 13.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Wall with it. He's picked up by Irving. Wall's shot is off.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
And Irving gets it to go on the assist from Harris. Irving's got his second basket.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
And the Nets with possession here. The Rockets making the shot. Here's Durant. Sinks that one from the post.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Yeah, they've got to do a little more to disrupt their offensive rhythm, too.
And that one, good.
It took him a while, but he finally gets one to fall.
Brooklyn leading by 13. Harden outside. Pass to KD. Shot from 16, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Wall's shot is good.
And just the overall aggressiveness. Wall enjoys taking on a challenge and succeeding, especially when the D is all over.
Now here's Jordan. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Rockets in Houston. Pops it up for Jordan. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Boy, Jordan is an alley-oop specialist, a big target with strength and bounce.
Oladipo outside. Passes it to House. From outside the arc. Oladipo misses.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over-anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
And here's Oladipo following the three-pointer by Kyrie Irving. Shoots from the elbow. Brooklyn with the rebound. Here tonight. Harris inside. He kicks it to Irving. Pass to Harden. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Harden's got 9.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes the team.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter. They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
What a great finish there from Wall. It's clear he doesn't fear anyone when he's looking to score.
The Rockets shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Danuel House. And that one falls for Wall.
Hard not to appreciate the brilliance of Wall. I mean, a super fast, quick player, a guy who runs the offense exceedingly well.
Now, here is Irving. A 24-point outing in their last game against Houston. Harden finds Irving. It's blocked. And it's Houston on the break. Gordon's running. Yep, it counts.
Boy, that's considerable concentration from the veteran Gordon there. His strength is what allowed him to make that happen.
Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
Really appreciate the all-around game of Gordon. He's an underrated defender, but a dynamic scorer.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
All taking his time here. And he slams it down right on top of Kevin Durant.
Tell you one thing, it's a bonus to have a guard who can flush it like that. I mean, Wall gets up high on these jams.
Count it. Harden's got 11 points.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Now, here's Wall.
And always a bonus to have a point guard who can dunk the basketball. Wall has great initiative when it comes to rising up and throwing it down.
Wall against Harden. Here's KD. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside. Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one.
Hard to imagine Durant not going down as one of the great scorers this league has ever seen. As a matter of fact, that's a given, folks. Dynamic, explosive, and he's consistent year in and year out.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Brooklyn. So he gets them both.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
Oladipo taking his time here. Misses off the left iron.
It has not been his game so far. I mean, he's trying his best, giving great effort, but little has gone his way.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And when he first came into the league, Blake Griffin's dunking made headlines. And while I'm sure he enjoyed that, he was also eager to show that there was more to his game.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Griffin. And you know, Greg, in the past, Griffin felt at times criticized as being a one-dimensional player.
I tell you, Kevin, I think he's answered those critics. You look at his passing and his development as a shooter, one of the more complete offensive players in the league.
And the Rockets making a change here. Patton's checked in. He hits both from the stripe.
And Blake Griffin is just an incredible athlete, explosive and great balance and mobility, powerful. A big guy who can flat out throw it down, and he also can pass it too.
Here's Patton. He's coming off a 10-point game against Brooklyn.
And we got to talk about his 4 steals on the night. That's a complete performance at both ends of the floor.
That one good for 2.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here is Harden. The Rockets making the shot. It's good. Harden's got 13.
Boy, he's been a rock of offensive support so far, and when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
Oladipo, the pass to Wall. Here's Tate. No good. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. KD finds Harden. Down low. Here's Griffin. And Griffin slams it in.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Oladipo.
The bounce, the creativity, the strength. When Oladipo rises up, he's looking to punch it down as hard as he can.
Now here is Harris. He definitely had a good game in their win against the Rockets. Griffin, no one around him. Had the space there, but it's offline.
Wide open, and still, surprisingly, he wasn't able to cash in.
Irving against Oladipo. Some solid defense there from Irving.
And offensively, he has been a liability more than he's helped this quarter.
Harris, no good. Tate, the pass to Wall. Drops in the layup for 2. 13 points in the game.
I'll tell you, when Wall is scoring like this, it's special to watch. A spectacular, explosive performance.
James Harden getting it done for the Brooklyn Nets. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. Back right after this. Naturally a ball-dominant player, James Harden talked to us about others setting him up a little bit more.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal. Of course, playing off the ball is something that I'm comfortable doing. Like I'm able to catch and shoot. I'm able to play off, on the wings.
Giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big games.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And the Nets have been rolling right along here, haven't they?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
Taking a look at the Rockets. All out there with Victor Oladipo. And there's Gordon. And it's Patton in at the 5 spot.
There are very few any better than Harden at the and one. He's an expert. He looks for the contact, initiates it, gets it, and still finishes. You can't be too physical with him.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Throw good, James Harden. Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
And read the play perfectly, gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Now here's Gordon. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Takes the 13-footer. Houston gets it back, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And here's what the Rockets' schedule looks like. On Thursday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Sacramento Kings. And then on Friday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz.
And for that game against the Hawks, they have that date circled. They love to compete, and they feel they can play very well against that group if they can execute.
And that one misses. And the second free throw, good. Nets leading by 14. Now, here is Harden. rebounded by Houston.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Gordon's got 5 points so far.
You cannot let Gordon get it going from the perimeter. He's an incredibly consistent and persistent long-range shooter.
Here's Griffin. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists in the game. And here's Oladipo. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. It's a 13-point game. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road. That one drops for him. Hatton's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Well, we know Eric Gordon is a great shooter now, but he is also willing to make the extra pass.
And the pass to KD. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on John Wall. 2 for 2 at the stripe.
One of the areas where he has excelled all season long. How about 87% from the line?
Yeah, guys, I mean, he's been a very steady hand for them when it comes to his free throw shooting.
And he makes the first. And KD drops them both.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
One way to protect the lead, knock down those free throws, and 100% free throwing for the quarter. That's superb.
Now here's Oladipo. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn.
And he also dominated the glass out there. He hit the boards hard and often.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the 2nd quarter.
And, you know, it's awesome to see Harden giving his all on defense. That's been an area that he's needed to improve on. Really making an effort to stay with his guy.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Inside. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Boy, with that long reach of his, so easy for KD to throw it down.
Rockets trail by 17. Now Oladipo. 5 points in the game. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Oladipo's got 5 points now in the quarter. The Nets have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the 2nd quarter. Outstanding shooting. Right side Irving. Pulls it up. No good off the back of the rim.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look. But when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Here is Harden after the made shot from Victor Oladipo. Durant against Wall. The kick out to Brown. All 3 off the mark. Rockets trail by 13. To the middle. Gordon the pass to Oladipo. And another 3 for Houston.
Boy, good shot selection there from Oladipo. Part of what makes him efficient on offense.
Outside, KD. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 4 assists now tonight.
For real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Your son, Cole Gregg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him number 1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top-notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that. chance to take a look at some numbers for Kyrie Irving.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Now here's Wall. 13 points in the game, and the slam dunk by Wall.
Such a shrewd playmaker. Love watching Wall break down the defense in the pick and roll.
Irving looking over the floor. And he uses the glass on the layup. Irving's got 11.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Priority and goal number 1 has to be tightening up the defense. They can't afford to give him open looks.
That is good. And the Nets lead is cut back down to 11 now as they get an important basket that time from Tucker. Harden the pass to KD. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 5 assists in the game.
Man, he gets it done in bunches, does Durant. He's a superb scorer. Just got to marvel at his greatness.
And there's the bucket from Victor Oladipo.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
And the shot goes in.
Boy, if you allow Durant that look, he's going to punish you. I mean, it's that simple.
And so it's Wall. He brings it up for Houston, trailing by 13.
And that corner 3, a cornerstone of P.J. Tucker's game. Takes and makes them as much as anybody in the league.
And Greg, how about this little factoid? Back at the University of Texas, he only shot 4 triples in 3 seasons. Floor spacing was not a part of his game. It was about getting that thing in the paint. But to his credit, and it's an example for all young players, through hard work, that short corner has become his bread and butter shot. Talk about a total transformation from no threes to being a dead-eye corner 3 shooter.
Boy, if you had the word grinder in the dictionary, P.J. Tucker might be right next to it. His energy and effort and selflessness, contagious.
And the Nets making a change here. Green's checked in. McLemore's checked in for the Rockets. Second free throw, no good.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
And here's Wall. Following the three-pointer by Kyrie Irving. Over Green. Wall, no luck.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Here's Wall. Following the basket by Kyrie Irving. All with it. He's got 15. To the inside. And the dunk by McLemore.
Yeah, you know, John Wall is so masterful as a floor general. He's a real maestro out there. Terrific at finding the open guy on time and on target.
Now here's Harden. 16 points for him. And KD throws it down.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
changes for Brooklyn. Jordan comes in for Kevin Durant. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Bruce Brown. Rockets trail by 17. Here's Wall. 15 points in the game. And the slam dunk by Wall.
And how about Wall? Just phenomenal at taking it to the defense with that lightning quick first step.
Here's Irving. And he banks in the layup. Irving's got 18 points.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
And here's Gordon. 5 points in the game. Kicks it to McLemore. Clock at 4. Here's Wall. Harden with the defensive effort.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Hits it from three-point range.
Irving knocking down that three. Textbook form, too. Never rushes anything. Mechanics are efficient and effective.
Wall, and there's the foul. Will go on P.J. Tucker. And that'll be his third foul so far. Nets leading by 20. Harden left side. The Rockets pull it in.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. So I know he's frustrated about that.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
And, you know, that's a really good sign. I mean, they stumbled out of the gate, but they're starting to look a little better now and regaining some ground.
It's the Nets now, following the score by Houston. It's Harden with the drive, and the jam by Harden.
You know, Harden has that quick first step. Once he sees a lane to the rim, he's going to take it.
Wall draws the double. And Tucker kicks to Wall. Now here's McLemore. He's coming off a 10-point game against Brooklyn. Gordon for 3. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Irving, and he gets the bucket. Irving's got 23 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Inside, outside, it doesn't matter. Like how Wall attacks and looks for score when the opportunity presents itself.
And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
He pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop.
And the crowd got their jaws dropped on that one. Total disbelief.
And he just punishes the D for falling asleep at the wheel.
A little disorganized that time, and the result 2 points in the loudest way possible.
Guys, there has to be better rim protection than that, though. Not very good.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the call. Brooklyn the foul.
Inside, Gordon is at a disadvantage, but he's tough and he's physical. I mean, he's able to play through contact on that shot.
And these are his 2nd and 3rd free throws tonight.
And that 84% free throw percentage is a testament to all the hard work he's put in on the line.
Guys, I don't think there's any doubt that the work he's put in practicing free throw shooting has paid off. I mean, he's made nice strides in getting those shooting percentage numbers up.
First one falls for him. And the Rockets making a change here. Jones is checked in. That one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Nets leading by 20. 1:37 left in the first half. Jordan trying to free himself up, and it's in there.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Houston's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. To the paint. Here's Tate, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. Rockets have gone 5 of 8 from the charity stripe here tonight. And the first one drops. And he makes both free throws. 1:22 left to play here in the second quarter. Harden scanning the floor. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. And now let's take a look at a very well-rounded group of players. Shooting guards who can rebound with the big boys. James Harden, number 1.
Well, what he may give away in terms of size to some of the big men down low, no doubt he makes up for it with his agility and determination. That's what allows him to be such an outstanding rebounder.
Well, he's got the effort and the attitude and the tenacity that you need. And if you didn't have that at his size, then the big fellas would eat you up down low.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Now here's Green. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. 6 to shoot. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his 9th assist in the game now.
That's platinum level dime dropping right there by Harden. Such a smart passer. Gets us to his teammates on time and on target.
Here's McLemore. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Near the three-point line, it's Gordon. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
But they get it back. In the corner, Harden. Looking for Harris. He gets it there. Makes it off the glass. Harris has got his first points of the game.
Yeah, you know, the guy you see crashing the boards there, but Harris giving some extra effort on the rebound.
And so it's Brooklyn, finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what was your plan for tonight?
I was trying to get assists in the beginning, and I'm just having a good time out here. Got it going a little bit. Enjoying myself.
Okay, Kyrie, we'll see you in the second half. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. What a game it's been for Kyrie Irving. He had 23 points, 4 assists, and 5 rebounds. And as great as James Harden has been, his game has attracted its share of critics. They say he flops, travels, or that he dominates the ball. Shaq, what do you think?
Listen, haters gonna hate. He's playing at an all-time great level. And when they're winning, dribble, 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 dribble. Dribble, 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 dribble.
Well, of course, the greats are judged not by what they do in the regular season, but what they do in the postseason. So, silence those critics. You got to get that right.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Durant is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Irving. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Harden in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Pass to House. And some nice passing there by Houston. Here's Wall. The shot. No good. The Nets go the other way with it. On the wing, Harden. Guarded by Oladipo. Up again.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Here's Oladipo. Brooklyn with the rebound. Now Harden. Harden draws the double. Durant in the corner. Passes it to Harris. Takes a three. He can't get that one to fall. And it's Wall with the ball for the Rockets. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
The Rockets have made 7 free throws and missed 3 in this game.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
Yeah, it's been a very frustrating season for them in that regard, guys.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Pass to Harden. Down low. And the dunk by Jordan.
DeAndre Jordan is simply wearing them out tonight. Performing at a high level.
For Houston, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Outside, Wall. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Tucker. His 3-pointers off the mark.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. We'll take a look at the Nets. Holding on to second spot in the conference. A great season for them so far.
Yeah, I think for the Nets, they have caught the entire league off guard. This was not a position anyone thought they'd be in at this stage of the season.
And the credit belongs to them for what they did and didn't do during the offseason. I mean, they had a vision, they set it out, and they've stayed true to it.
And it's sent back by Irving.
Irving bringing a little more intensity to the defensive end there, using his speed to get ahead of that shot.
That's his 4th personal foul.
The Nets haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10.
Taking 2 shots.
That's good from Harris.
You know, he was waived after his second year in the league, guys, but Joe Harris didn't let that stop him. He improved his skills, and he's carving out a nice career for himself.
He's perfect from the line this time. Here's Wall. He's got 22. And Wall slams it home.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up.
Yes, he does. That's what we call helium. Yeast rising and helium floating.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
With it, he's got 22. There's the pass to KD. Offensive rebound. Good on the shot. KD's got 21 in the game.
Never say never with KD. He's fighting hard to protect their possession with a little help from that wingspan that goes on forever.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Harris outside. Fires for three. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Durant's got 6 assists here tonight.
You know, like a lot of shooters, Harris prefers to release off a pass, catch and shoot, not the dribble.
Now, here's Oladipo. 16 points for him. He can't get it to go. Great D that time from Jordan.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Daniel House. That's his first foul. Justin Patton, he's checked in for Houston. I'm glad we got to see the Mobile One block once more. What a play.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
Here's KD. He's got 21. Here is Harden. Durant attacking. Good for the basket. Number 9. He's only missed 2 shots from the floor all night.
Yeah, Durant and his teammates really in sync. I mean, helping each other out, facilitating for each other. That basket there, a real team effort.
Now, here's Oladipo. And you know the points will always be there for him. He's averaging just a shade under 20 points a game right now. And here's Harden. Jacks up a 3. Here's Jordan. He's still up. Now he is 9 of 10. Here's Wall. He's got 24. To halt the run. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Man, that's month. He has been spectacular. First in assists, 12th in scoring, and don't forget top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And we're talking about the ultimate competitor here. Leading the league in assists, maximizing every possession. He just tears apart a defense. That free throw missing. Bruce Brown. He's checked in for Brooklyn. And a switch here also for Houston. Brown's checked in. And he sinks the second. And here are the Nets. They're on a 13-5 run here. KD and the basket by Harden.
Looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. And that sends John Wall to the free throw line. It's going to be on James Harden. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
And also, guys, they take a lot of pride in their ability to rebound the basketball, especially on the offensive end.
And that one falls for John Wall. The Nets have gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. Brown outside. Pass to Jordan. Lobs it up for Jordan. Up high to stuff.
He was wide open.
Now here's Oladipo. 16 points for him. Lays it up and banks it in. Oladipo's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And when you give Oladipo a running start, he's going to torch you, plain and simple.
Passes it to Durant. But they recover it. Here's Harris, and slam dunk by Harris.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Now, here's Oladipo. 18 points for him. To the inside, Patton. Second chance shot, and it's good on the layup. Patton's got 7 points in the game.
You've got to box out on the boards. When you don't, that's what happens.
Brown feeling it out a bit. Here's Harden. The rebound by Patton. Patton's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Brown wide open. He fires. And he's good on the 3-ball. Brown's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Brown outside. It's stolen by Brown. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Brown's got his 2nd bucket.
No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
Outside, KD. Shot clock at 6 with the fadeaway. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Durant's got 25 points.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Here's Oladipo. Softly drops in the floater.
Boy, the floater is one of the most beautiful shots in the game, and when used correctly, Victor Oladipo showing you he's got that shot down pat.
Harden finds Brown. Out to KD. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Durant's got 9 points now in just the second half. Outside, Wall. Pass to Patton. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And time again, Wall puts himself in a position to attack. Just a great job of creating offense for himself or his teammates.
Now, here is Harden. He's got 24. Wall with some nice D. And he lays it straight in. Wall's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
And you know, he's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
Harden the pass to KD. Pops it up for Jordan. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Well, I don't know how many of these he's run, DeAndre Jordan, in the pick and rolls, but boy, is he good at it.
Wall draws the double. Brown against Oladipo. No good. Shot missing. Good work defensively by Harden. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Harris misses.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And there's the bucket from Victor Oladipo.
Hey, you know, sometimes this is all you can do. You got to admire Oladipo's toughness and his ability to score through contact. This guy is the real deal.
And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision excellent.
Here's Oladipo, and it's Oladipo with the jam.
Excellent concentration from Oladipo. Even when you get physical with him, he figures out a way to convert.
Now the pass to KD. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Victor Oladipo. He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all.
Kevin Durant. 2 shots.
That's good from Durant. Griffin's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Houston also making some changes. Rodion Kurucs, he's checked in for Justin Patton. Gordon comes in for Brown. And Jones subbed in for John Wall. Both shots good from the stripe.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Now here's Gordon. He's got 9. Blake Griffin pulls it in. Griffin's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Brown finds Durant.
An elite scorer, demonstrating once again how fast he can fill it up.
Houston's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Oladipo against Griffin. Oladipo, good.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Harden against Jones. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And one of the things about Harden is he is incredible at scoring despite getting hit. I mean, astonishing to me how he maintains his focus on these shots.
And this is his 4th trip to the free throw line tonight. The Nets making a switch here. Shamet's checked in. Free throw good. James Harden.
You know, it's nearly impossible trying to defend Harden. I mean, he has it all in his package. One of the best penetrators in the game. He's a great passer, and we know what he can do scoring the ball.
Now, here's Oladipo. 26 points for him. He dishes it to Tucker. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Tucker's got 9.
Perfect dime drop that time. Nice execution of the bounce pass.
Brooklyn's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Back to Harden. Here's the 3. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Drills the 3-pointer. He's got 12.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The 3-pointers just continue to flow.
Yeah, they've had a great second half from long range. I mean, things are definitely starting to look up for them.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
Trains the 3-pointer.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Harden inside the 3-point line. That's good on the jump shot. Harden's got 7 now in this quarter.
I've got a word for Harden. It's indefatigable. Say that real fast, which basically means he's tireless. Even when he's carrying the whole offense, he's got great energy and stamina.
And so it's Brooklyn riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. Barring a disaster, it would appear they've got this game in the bag. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. Taking a look at the Rockets. They've got Gordon. He's out there with Jones. And it's Tucker in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And we've seen more attention given to how fans, Greg, interact with players during the games, whether it's verbal or even physical. Is that something the league's got to keep an eye on?
Absolutely. It's all about making sure that everyone is protected and respected. You know, this is entertainment, right? This is not do or die from a life standpoint, and we don't want to have things escalate.
There's got to be some kind of barrier there. I agree. That's good from Blake Griffin. He makes 1 of 2 that time. The Rocket shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. Here's Nwaba, defended by Griffin. Inside. Here's Tucker. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. In transition, here come the Nets. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. So it's the Rockets now. Now Gordon. Got a piece of it. Kicks it out to Jones. 5 on the clock. Over Irving. That one a little long. The Nets shooting 66% right now. This offense getting everything they want out there.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Final quarter of play, about 1.5 minutes off the clock into it. Nwaba kicks to Jones. Houston needs to get a shot off. The Rockets again can't hit.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face.
Good on the bucket.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Here's Gordon. That shot off, so Brooklyn will take it the other way. To the middle, here's Griffin. Here's Irving, and the layup is good. Irving's got 25 points.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Outside Gordon. Basket counts.
And Gordon can go either guard position. He's a combo, thanks mainly to his remarkable handles.
Irving from long range. Gordon with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. In for his 7th make in 14 tries.
Even when Gordon is under pressure, he finds a way to score the ball. That's what he is. He is a determined and capable scorer.
And that one's good. Shamet.
Defensively, you just can't afford to give these easy looks up. Just asking to get burned if you do.
Gordon dishes to Tucker. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. He kicks to Gordon. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
He went a decent amount of time before his first turnover there. It's really been a good, safe stretch of basketball from him to this point.
Houston making some changes. Daniel House has checked in for P.J. Tucker, and McLemore subbed in for Eric Gordon. Pass to Griffin. Ball's knocked loose. Here's Nwaba. On the wing, Jones. Down the stretch of last season, Greg, we saw some teams resting healthy players, even ones out of the playoff hunt, and they got fined. But is the amount, which I think is about $25,000, is that enough to discourage that tactic?
You know, I don't think it is. Not when team revenues are measured in the hundreds of millions. You got to do more to keep them honest. But by the same token, you know, if I got $200 million invested in a guy, I want to protect my investment. And so if I can rest them here or there and prolong their career, I think my organization's all the better for it.
Pass to Nwaba. Pass to McLemore. The pass to Tate. Hands it from downtown.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Outside, Green. Back to Irving. To the paint. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
A primary scorer for his team. Griffin also has a knack for drawing fouls on the way up.
Taking 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Johnson, he's checked in for the Nets. Patton, he's checked in for the Rockets. Both free throws good from Griffin. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for Houston. To the right side. And McLemore kicks to Nwaba. House the pass to McLemore. Houston moving it around. Here's Nwaba. Rebounded by the Nets. Griffin's got 7 rebounds in the game. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Johnson against Jones. Here's Nwaba. Back to Jones. And the layup's good off the glass. Jones has got his first basket of the night.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
Johnson, the pass to Griffin. And the layup falls. Griffin's got 5 points now this quarter.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
House. And the shot goes in.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 6 of 9 in their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. The arc. But they'll get another chance. And it's Green with the jam.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up for those.
Jones looking for an opening. Here is House. He's guarded by Johnson. Outside, Jones. Puts it up. Houston with a new 14. He gets it in there.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating. I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Passes it to Griffin. The rebound by Patton. Patton's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And McLemore kicks to Nwaba over to the left wing. Pass to Patton. Tipped away. Now back to Nwaba. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
The pass to Shamet.
There wasn't much defensive resistance there, guys, but somehow he blew it anyway. Missed opportunity.
Now here's McLemore, defended by Griffin. McLemore, the pass to Nwaba. Jones with it. Pass to House. Over Green. They get the rebound. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Nice job clearing some space out under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big, big foul.
You can't be pretty, though, with those second chance opportunities. I mean, just put it in the basket.
And there's the call on Jones. That's foul number 2 for him.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Here is Harden. On the wing, Harris. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
You know, this is where Harris is most dangerous, one of the very best from behind the arc. His eyes light up when he gets these long-distance chances.
High post shot. A rebound by the Nets. Harden with it. Passes to Jordan. Puts it up from 12. Victor Oladipo grabs the miss. Houston's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the 4th quarter. Tate the pass to Wall. All sorts of time. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
You know, I think they took a bit of a chance there going to the double team, and that left another guy open out there.
And here's Harden. Outside, KD. And another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long.
2 minutes.
Wall against Harden. Wall passes to Tate. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Outside Jordan. Back to Harden. Inside. And Durant gets it to go. The assist by Harden. KD's got 37.
Boy, what a graceful athlete. I mean, Durant does a beautiful job moving and slicing through that defense, getting a high percentage shot there.
Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Unless you're the team getting punched on. That would be the difference.
Lobs it up for Jordan. And again, another assist. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
Keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammate. And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Nets.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought. And oh my goodness! What a play!
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Oladipo outside. 6 to shoot. All with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Oladipo misses. And so it's Harden bringing it up for Brooklyn. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. To the inside. And finished off by KD.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Pass to Patton. He gets that one.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside, it just doesn't matter.
Now, here is Irving. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Hey, thank you, Kevin. Kyrie, very few can match your offensive creativity. So how do you integrate that into the team system?
It starts in our practice. It starts with our practice habits, getting our swing action, and practicing with a purpose. You know, whether it's shoot-arounds or walkthroughs, we're starting to show progress right there and just getting back to what we know, and that's executing on both ends of the floor and trusting.
Well, the ball was certainly moving tonight, man. Congrats on the win. Kevin?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge.